apparently I'm a big fan of Mike's Mike. I watch every video he drops, and sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, shaking, sweating, thinking to myself, damn, I wish I could listen to people recapping Thai BL dramas to calm my anxiety. Because I fall asleep to Mike's Mike videos, because they calm me down, and I wish someone would do that about Thai dramas, and no one is doing it. And then I was thinking, hey, I should do it. So here I am, recapping Thai BL dramas. And I'm starting with OnlyFriends because it's the most recent one in my brain. And it's wild. A warning, English isn't my first language, obviously. So everything I know from Mike's Mike. This is my vocabulary. It's extremely Mike's Mike coded and meme coded, and yeah, good times, I say. If it's not for you, I'm sorry. I could do it in German. I will do it in German, but no one speaks German, so I'm doing this in English and trying my best. And I have my script. And yeah, but a warning, sometimes I will sound very blunt because I don't know language. Yeah, let's go, I guess, and start with the toxic Eleganza Extravaganza that is GMMTV's OnlyFriends, directed by Jojo Tishakon, and he's my bestie overall. And if I say something like Jojo Tishakon could have written Macbeth, but Shakespeare couldn't have written OnlyFriends, which is also a quote on my mug I got custom made, then I mean it with my heart. Like, this is cinematic history right there. Is it as good as I wanted it to be? No. Was it still a fun watch? Yes. Was I stressed? Extremely. Is it insanely toxic? Yeah, that also. But the writing is amazing in some parts. The acting is amazing in some parts. Sometimes it's not. But also, just because I like some actors' performances more than others doesn't mean the other actors are bad actors. It's just my personal opinion. And even though we can agree that Mr. Kaotang Tanawat is the best out of them all, probably one of the best actors in GMMTV, that's true, but that doesn't mean that the others are bad actors. It just means that next to him, yeah, he steals the spotlight from almost everyone here. So, yeah. And that's not an unpopular opinion. Some opinions may be unpopular, and I apologize, but if it's not my cup of tea, then it's not. And if some actors, if they don't make me feel the character, then it is how it is. But overall, the cast did an amazing job and they tried their best. Everyone here worked their asses off and it's a good cast. They had great chemistry. Without further ado, let's dive into it. And so I have all the characters here. We have some main characters and side characters and also characters that are only there for plot device, because I mean, it's a Thai BL drama after all, and you can't avoid cliches fully, apparently. So yeah, there will be some things that are completely unnecessary just for the drama, but I'm okay, I guess. So our main characters are Sand. One thing about Sand, he sings. He's better than Golf singing Yummy, so that's a slay. Ray. One thing about Ray, he's a rich brat. But he looks like this. So it's okay, right? Yeah, it's okay. Nick. One thing about Nick, he looks like a cutie. And he is, but he is also not. He deserves prison sometimes. They all do. They are all extremely toxic and I shouldn't like any of them, but I do. I love some of them so much. They are my sons, basically. Yeah. Then we have Top. And I don't like him. We have Mew. Surprised I don't like him either. I thought he would be great. Then I thought he would be a mastermind. And turns out he's just a Mary Sue. So that's fun. Boston is an asshole. He's a lunatic. He's completely evil sometimes. He has the emotional range of a teaspoon. And I can't really hate him because I have actor's bias. Like Neo in this role, he ate. It was so fun watching him. It was, yeah. I mean, he's evil, but he's also funny. Like, he carries some parts of the show whenever Sand and Ray aren't on screen. Yeah. Sherm is a side character, but she's in the friendship squad, so she's here. But she's just a side character, which is sad. So, yeah, but this is about gay and queer man's experiences. And she's a lesbian, so she's a side character, you know? And April is her girlfriend. April is great. I wanted to see more of April. But yeah, so I know you're thinking, let's go lesbians, but you won't see much of them, sadly. Atom is Sherm's brother. Yeah, and he's also in the intro, and I was like, why? And then I realized why in the later episodes, and was that necessary? No, it wasn't. Mr. Gap. He looks like a cutie, too. And he is a cutie. Like, his face is cute because the actor is cute. But Gap? No, prison. Instant prison. Plug is great. He is the boyfriend, but also not boyfriend. Like the on-off or the situationship of Yo. And Yo is the bar owner and also the senior of the friend group. Like, they are juniors and she's their senior, but they are also not juniors. Like, they are in their 4th year of university, so they aren't juniors anymore, but she's still their senior, so yeah. A plot device character is Mr. Boing, right here. And since he's portrayed by Mont, like, I was like, damn, hello, welcome to my screen. But overall, he sucks. And I don't like him. And no one does. And Mr. Dan, right here. Kinda side character, kinda plot device, and he deserved better. I'm so sorry. I love this man. Oh well. Okay. You're probably also wondering what these lines are. They are extremely confusing, and yeah, so it could be like interactions or friendship lines or whatever, but it's not. It's actually the lines between all the people that will have kissed when we finish the show. So how does that happen? I will tell that. Like, it looks like I'm solving crime. It always looks like I'm solving crime. And maybe I do. Because everyone commits a crime. And if it's just an emotional crime, it's still a crime, okay? Y'all are toxic as fuck, and I won't let that slide. Just because I have actor bias, okay? So calm down. I will acknowledge all their flaws, and mistakes and all that jazz, but some characters will be more hated by me because I'm less biased for them, for the actors. And I apologize for that. Yeah. So since the lines are only showing the kisses, you have no idea who's in the friendship squad that I mentioned. And it's actually just Wei, Miu, Boston, and Churm. They are friends. They met in the first year of university, and everything they do is drink and party together and study together because they aren't actually friends. And this show is called Only Friends for a reason, and it's not like I always thought that it's like, oh, we are only friends. They are only friends in a way you would say, oh, these are my only friends. Because they don't have other friends. Which is extremely sad. But yeah, they probably bonded over the fact that they are all queer, so yeah. But their friendship isn't that great. And I will explain why. So episode 1, and episode 1 will be the only episode that I will completely dive deep into the plot. Because it's, yeah, characters are getting introduced and all that, so I will explain scene by scene, and I won't do that for the later episodes. Because I don't have time for that. Do I look like I have time? Do I look like I have enough money to print them out in color? No. That also means I don't have time for anything, because I need to work to be able to print out the characters in color next time for other shows. If you want to see your favorite Thai actors in full color, consider supporting our Patreon. But also, don't feel pressure to do that. I'm just a broke student, so I'm a poor boy, you could say. Yeah. Okay, episode 1. Everyone was so hyped when this show came out, and for a reason, it was enjoyable. Yeah, and episode 1 was wild. Like, it was worth the hype. But also, you could see that it would be extremely more toxic than we thought it would be. So, yeah, a new horizon, a new direction for GMMTV started, and I'm grateful for that. And I appreciate it, but it was also so stressful. Yeah, the first episode is called What's Your Role in a Bar? And it starts with Miu having a nice little voiceover, and everyone was like, damn, so Miu is the main character? Okay. Yeah, he sits there with his cute glasses, and he says that he's the table keeper. So all of his friends are somewhere in the club, and he's just on the table because he's boring and he's a pick-me girl. I'm sorry, I don't like him. I'm sorry, Miu. Okay. We then meet Churm, and she's the dancer, but she's just doing this. So yeah, but she's having fun, and I can't dance either, so who am I to judge? Like, my dancing is just wiggling or doing this or shaking my non-existent ass, so I don't judge her. She's having fun, that's great. At least she can dance for fun, you know, like, she doesn't care. So good for her. And Miu says he wants to leave, and Churm says, okay, but you should get Wei and Boston first. So where's Wei? Mr. Wei is in the bathroom throwing up, or he just threw up, but he's still in the stall, and Sand comes in, and they don't know each other, but Sand just left the stage because he's the singer. This is how he's getting introduced, and he sings. And just because Thai actors are always forced to sing doesn't mean they are great singers. Let's just leave it like that. I love you first. I know you hate singing. I know you're getting panic attacks when you have to perform in front of people. I'm sorry they made you do that. Yeah, so he's the singer. And he leaves the stage and finds a way and is like, can you please leave? Because I want to use the toilet. And Wei is introduced as the drunkard. Nice. And San tells him, if you're drunk, go home and stop being a burden to everyone. This is how they meet. And my biased ass was like, oh, the chemistry, ooh. Yeah. Sparks. They are fighting and I'm like, damn, this is hot. I can't change it. These two invested chemistry, okay? It's insane. And I don't mean I ship the actors. Important note. I know they are very, very good friends. They are extremely cute together. They always cry when they talk about how important they are to each other. I admire their friendship and their work on screen and everything. They are extremely talented. I love them. But I don't ship real people, okay? I don't do that, and that's an exception. These two basically admitted they were dating, okay? I don't make the rules. If they say it, that's fine with me. Moving on. So they have a little fighty fight, and Mew gets Wei and is like, okay, we should, come with me. You're drunk. You can't even walk straight. No, you're not getting another drink. We're leaving now. And then they stumble into Top. And Top is being introduced as the top tier. What does that even mean? I mean, we posted many tier lists, so I know what a top tier is, but why is he the top tier? It makes no sense. So he's rich and he's a snob. And
so yeah, they hit me with that one. Doesn't even hurt. At this point, I'm numb. There's no feelings, so he can't even hurt me.
Why the top tier? To this day, I don't get it. Like, Force, the actor, is undeniably really attractive. He's cute, he's nice, he's a nice person and all. But Mr. Top is a snob. He's there with his shirts and they are tight and ugly and I'm just annoyed, and he can't lower his eyebrows. His eyebrows are always so high and he looks so judgy all the time, and but yeah, apparently he's the top tier. Everyone loves him, everyone wants to have fun with him, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and Mew stumbles into him and Top says, oh hey, you're wearing a white bracelet. That means I can flirt with you? And Ray is immediately like, oh Mew, let's leave. And then he says, oh, he harassed you. And Mew is like, no, you were just unfriendly for no reason. So yeah, Ray is obviously extremely protective of Mew because Top didn't harass him, and yeah, okay, Ray didn't say, oh, he harassed you, he said he hit on you or whatever. But yeah, Top just flirted. It wasn't good flirting, but he didn't do anything. And Mew is just like, yeah, hey, Ray, stop being like that. He didn't do anything. And Ray is an angry little bitch, and yeah, we leave the club and find Boston, who's introduced as the hunter because he's hunting for men and he's hitting on a guy, and that guy has a bracelet on that says that he is in a relationship. I think, oh no, it's not. I think he also has one that says, okay, you can hit on me. And, but he says he has a boyfriend. So Boston says, oh, I don't care, we can have fun together with your boyfriend. And the other guy doesn't look like he's not into it. Like, he would definitely say yes, but then Boston's friends tell him to leave, and because Ray throws up, Boston drops his phone. That's important for the plot, actually. We then get an intro where everyone is looking extremely hot, but also is manspreading. Except the girls, of course. But everyone else is manspreading and biting their lips and whizzing me up as there's no tomorrow. And it's a good intro, I guess. It should be cringe, but it isn't, which is weird because, it's so unserious, but also I take it very seriously. And everyone looks so good. This cast is so attractive. I hate them all, really. Ugh. And if I say I hate them, it means I love them. Thank you. So it's the next day, and everyone's a bit hungover, and they are in class. And the 4 friends are studying business administration. And they present their graduation project. They want to start a hostel, like they want to build a hostel with a building that's owned by Ray's dad, because Ray is a rich bitch and his dad is a rich bitch. Yeah. And they want to make a plan like a business plan, but they don't want to actually start running a hostel for now. But this is like their graduation project. Building a hostel, a business plan, making interior design and all that. Yeah. Later they are at that hostel, and it's a really nice building with a pool, and then they decide to actually start running a hostel when it's over. Like, when their project is over, they want to start the hostel. Because why not, you know? The building is there, and they want to make some money, so yeah. Is it a good idea to start a hostel with your friends that you only see when you're out drinking? Oh wait, that's actually not true. They're having some other activities in later episodes, but not in the first one. So yeah, I guess they are kind of friends, but also not, and it's complicated, and I will dive further into it, but yeah. So Ray's contribution to the hostel is the hostel itself, but they need someone to help with interior design, and Boston says he's got a friend whose work was so good that he wants to use his service again. Okay, Boston. Since we know you're the hunter, I can't wait to know what that friend is. Who that friend is. But first, Boston needs to get his phone fixed, because remember, he dropped it, and he goes to a store. And he meets Mr. Cutie Pie Dear Eyes Nick. And Mark looks so good. He was so good in this role. He was the perfect combination of cute and sweet, but also sexy, and also stupid and criminal. Speaking of criminal, I will make jail time in the Unslay Corner / prison posted, because almost everyone here deserves prison at some point, so... But right now, no one does. They're all messy and all, but they didn't do anything yet. Okay, so Boston meets Nick, and since Nick's extremely handsome, they share a lot of gazes. And I don't mean gaze in a Gazes way, but in a Gayzes way. So it's a gay gaze, you know? Yeah. I'm not good at spelling because I'm not English. Okay, don't judge me. While the music goes, I'm waiting here for you. Oh, the soundtrack. The soundtrack of this show is so good. And the OST. Damn. Mr. Kautang Tanawat did an amazing job with the OST. And the song is in my Spotify Wrapped. Like, it was one of my top songs from this year. And another song from this show, but it's not an OST, it's just from the soundtrack, is also there. So, and this aired in August? I don't know. No. September? I have no idea. But definitely late in this year, and the soundtrack made it to my Spotify Wrapped. So, yeah. A good job, I would say. So the soundtrack goes, I'm waiting here for you. Oh yeah, he's definitely waiting for you there, Boston. Nick will fix Boston's phone. I wonder what else he will fix. Now, there's a quiz night in the bar. For what and why? I don't know. I don't do quiz nights. I would love to go to a Harry Potter quiz night because I would slay. But I don't know anything else about anything. Mew is apparently really book smart, which is funny because the actor's name is Book. And yes, he has classes, so of course he's the smart character because this is a tight BL drama. Yes. He knows all the answers, but then Top is jumping in and presses the little bell on the table, and he knows an answer and raises his eyebrows, and Mew's like, oh, he's hot and smart. But since he's a pick-me, he's very nonchalant about it and just seems to not care about him. He's just like, let me sit here with my classes and don't pay attention to you. And so apparently Top is that one friend Boston mentioned earlier, and he decides to become Mew's friend by asking him directly, can I be your friend too? You look cute in your classes. This did not age well. Spoiler, Mew will get LASIK surgery and he won't have his classes anymore in a few episodes. Ah well. Wei is extremely annoyed by Top's presence, and he came with his car, so Boston says, you're always a burden when you're drunk, because Wei doesn't know how to get home because he's drunk, but he came with his car. So this is the second time Wei is being called a burden. And I'm angry. He's troubled, but he's my baby, okay? Stop calling him a burden. It's only making it worse. It's like, he definitely has a problem. Like, from episode 1 you can tell he has a problem. He drinks too much for a reason. He has a problem and no one cares. And this is making me so angry because an addiction to alcohol is like, something is wrong with him mentally. He suffers from some mental problems. Whether it's depression or trauma or whatever. And I can just imagine being called a burden because of my depression. And that would hurt so much because I can't change it. And I try to live normally. And I try to participate in life. But sometimes it just doesn't work. And if my friends called me a burden, I would cry. And I wouldn't be friends with them anymore because that's not good for me. That's not helpful, it's not anything, and it's definitely not friendship, okay? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But Wei just says, you're right, and leaves like the pretty petty boy he is, and no one sees that he's actually hurt by being called a burden, and I'm I need to calm down. Taylor Swift told me that, so who am I if I wouldn't listen to Taylor Swift? If she tells me to calm down, I better calm down, okay? For now. Later I will get really angry again. Prepare. Boston and Top leave to get some drinks, and Mew and Jerome start gossiping. And by gossiping, I mean that Jerome is trying to convince Mew to lose his V card to Top, because he's hot and his family owns a hotel, and apparently that's enough to lose your virginity too, because he's hot and his family is rich.
Homicide.
Okay. Can you stop pressuring your friend into having sex if he doesn't want to? Yeah. I mean, Mew looks like this. He's really attractive. He could have sex if he wanted to. And apparently he doesn't want to. Okay? So stop. Thank you. Boston and Top gossip too. And Boston tells him that Mew is a virgin and therefore not his type. But Top says he is tired of experienced men and wants to try Mew, because there's nothing he wants that he doesn't get. And he says that with a side eye to Boston, and I don't have a good feeling about this, but okay. And then he goes over to Mew, who started dancing. And dancing, I just mean he does this. But I don't judge, because this is how I dance. I am a bit Mew-coded, I'm afraid. I have classes too, and that's it. Okay. And Top's also weirdly grabbing his hands. But Mew doesn't seem to mind, so I won't judge too hard. Meanwhile, Ray stares at them and he doesn't seem so happy. I wonder if he's just protective or if it's something else. Boston leaves the club. He's also annoyed, and he meets Mr. Gab, Mr. Cutie Patootie, and they talk for 1 second and then they go straight to Gab's place to have intercourse. And my eyes are still burning from that, because I didn't expect Neo and Drake together. This wasn't on my bingo card, it wasn't on my radar, it caught me off guard, and I'm traumatized, but they did a good job. Like, I have respect for them for having very graphic scenes, like really explicit scenes. I couldn't do that, and I think that's great for them. So yeah, but it's a montage, because while these two are doing the nasty, we see Nick masturbating to a half-naked pic of Boston he found on his phone. And I don't think it's legal to just go through the phone of someone just because he gave you his phone to fix it. Like, you can't just look at his nudes. That's... No. But okay, so this is a nice little montage. But again, respect to the actors. They did a great job. Am I traumatized? Yes, but that's my problem. I'm too innocent for this. I'm not. Ray wants to actually drive home, being completely drunk. And he's unable to walk straight, and Sam sees him, and yeah, they had a fight before, so he's annoyed, but he's also sad. And he's just nice, you know? He does things without expecting a reward for it. He's just nice. His mother did a great job raising him. He's amazing. He's a very, very good guy. He later does some things that are questionable, but right now, Sand is my man, and he will stay my man for the rest of the show. He's one of my favorite characters, and First is portraying him perfectly. So he finds him, and he's like, oh, you can't drive home. This is extremely dangerous. And instead of just leaving him, like his friends always do, Sand decides to drive him home. And helps him throw up, which is nice. I would never do that because I have emetophobia. So thank you, Sand, for doing the job. I wouldn't even do it for Ray. I would do many things for Ray, but not that. And then Ray falls asleep on his shoulder in the bathroom, and Sand is smiling at him. I'm so sick of them already. Like, whatever Ray does, and he does really unslay things, but Sand always finds a reason to smile for him, or smile at him, or smile while thinking about him, and I'm so sick of them. I can't do this anymore, and it's only episode 1, and it will get so much worse.
And I can't believe they have chemistry while Ray is like completely drunk and just asleep. Why do they have chemistry in that moment? This is a really dirty moment, but it's also so, like, it seems so real. They have such a nice way of portraying characters that feel so alive, and God, I'm so biased for them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Top brings Mew home and sneaks into his apartment by saying, oh, I have a headache, you need to give me some medicine. No, he asks for a glass of water too, not medicine. And then in the apartment he asks Mew, oh, you know that I was just looking for a reason to be in your apartment. And Mew says, oh yeah, I know. And Top then proceeds to kiss him after asking if Mew knows what he's up to, and Mew says yes. So Top kisses him and Mew kisses back, and these two either don't have chemistry, or I'm unable to really see the chemistry, or they are great at portraying awkward kisses because they aren't in sync at all. Like, the kisses seem weird to me, and maybe it's to show us that Top is an experienced man when it comes to this, and Mew isn't. Or maybe I just don't feel their chemistry.
I think it's that, because even later on I don't really feel it. Like, I know these two are good friends in real life, and they have good, like, they work together well on screen, but I don't think it should portray a couple. But that's just me. So it's an awkward kiss, and I don't want to be here, but okay. And it's also not that none of them can kiss, because later they will kiss other people, so they can kiss. But apparently they aren't just made to kiss each other. Oh well.
Mew then stands his ground and stops Top from going further, and I applaud him. Like, he was already half naked on the kitchen table and all that, and he stops him. And it's so important to say no, and I know it's not easy, and thank you, Mew, for saying no, and thank you, Top, for not getting angry at him. Like, I know this is the bare minimum. You don't get angry at someone just because he doesn't want to have sex with you, but he's actually really nice in that moment, so thank you, Top. And he says he doesn't want to sleep with him because he doesn't know him good enough yet, and since he's not like Boston, he can't have casual sex just like that. And they agree on getting to know each other, and Top's eating ice cream, and he smiles his really specific smile. Like, Force has a way of smiling. Sometimes his smile as Top is just the snobbish way Top smiles, but sometimes he does his forced smile and it's so disgustingly cute. So I get Mew. He's like, he's cute. And he is, but he's also an asshole. I'm sorry. In the next morning, Ray wakes up in San's apartment on his couch. And he's wearing a poor boy shirt that's not his. It's actually mine. Just kidding, but it's this shirt. Like, this is official merch, okay? And it's from Bangkok directly. Thanks, Pauline, for getting me this shirt. I love it. So, yeah, I'm dressed to impress. And he was walking around the apartment a bit confused because he can't really remember the last night. He has a problem and no one knows it and no one cares. Oh, I'm so angry. Anyways, and San comes out of the shower not fully dressed, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you very much, Jojo Tisha-kon. Yeah. Or whoever made this decision. It's a good moment. Ray asks Sand if they had sex and if Sand made him drunk for that. And if so, that wouldn't have been necessary because he would have said yes anyway because Sand is hot. He's right. But then Ray gets a bit angry because he notices that he's not wearing his clothes from the other night. So he asks Sand if he robbed him. And that's not nice. Like, he goes from being flirty and nosy and annoying to being angry and annoying, and yeah, I don't like that about Ray. He's extremely impulsive and gets angry really fast for no reason. But yeah, Sand, like, accusing Sand of stealing his things because he gave him a shirt to wear for the night is so mean. Like, that boy drove you to his home because he was too drunk to drive alone. That's so nice, okay? So, But Ray is not used to people just helping him, so that's actually really sad. I'm losing my mind, and I think I need therapy for Ray's sake. Like, I need to tell my therapist that I need to get over what Ray has been through. Because this will follow me forever. Like, Ray's story is so fucking sad, okay? It's... oh well. And it doesn't help that Kao Tang is such an amazing actor. It makes everything worse. So, thank you. Whoever casted you. Sand calls him a burden to society again, and damn, I think I should make a little counter for how many times Ray is being called a burden, because this is getting out of hand and it's only episode 1. Yeah, Sand also kicks him out. And rightfully so. But Ray is still wearing his shirt. Mew and Top are book shopping, which is definitely too cute for them, and because that's what Claudia and I would do if she lived in Germany. We would have cute dates like this, and these two are having it instead? That's not fair, and I'm suing.
There's no feelings.
Also, Top tells him that he can't believe someone as cute as him has never been in a relationship, and it makes me sick, because it's giving you're so mature for your age, or you're not like the other girls. And Mew is not like the other girls because he's a pygmy and he's a Mary Sue. And yes, I'm brutally honest. Yeah. Mew says that he had some situationships and flirtationships, but it never got serious, so yeah, that's why he never had a relationship, and that he always can trust his senses and intuition, so he knows whether someone is honest or not. This will age like milk. Okay? Keep that in mind. Ray calls Mew out of his car, and Mew just casually asks, "Oh, how did you get home last night?" It's almost noon, and you're just thinking about your best friend and how he got home? What friend are you? I'm so annoyed. Oh my god. Also, Top and Mew spent the night together actually, but they only cuddled, you know? Yeah. Ray doesn't seem so happy about knowing that Top and Mew are together right now. Yeah, it's all coming together, doesn't it? Yeah. Boston gets his phone back in the store. And he also gets a discount without knowing why. And Nick shoots his shots and says that whenever he needs help with his phone again, he can just ask for his help. And oh my god, Boston opens his phone and there's a half-naked picture of Nick right there. Nick took a half-naked picture with Boston's phone, with the customer's phone.
Oh, Wednesday's at that very special age when a girl has only one thing on her mind. Boys.
Homicide.
And this picture screams, "Do the nasty with me." Like, it's... Of course, it's a good picture because Nick looks like this, so... But what the fuck? Like... And since Boston sleeps with anything that doesn't get away fast enough, he's into it. Good for him. And he says, "Oh, yeah, my phone is frozen right now. I think I need your help right now." And then they make out in the store. And I mean, I'm happy that two naughty boys found each other, but also, what were the chances? Like, just because Boston threw some of those gazes at you doesn't mean you can jerk off to his picture, first of all, and second of all, put a nude on his phone. That's nasty. Like, I mean, it worked, but what if it didn't work? That's not okay. And you know what, Nick? You're getting jail time. Slay. Okay. Let's see how long Nick will be in jail. And who will be in jail after him. Yeah, but also, when they make out, they have great chemistry. Like, I didn't expect that because I was used to cutesy Mark from My School President and funny Neo from Vice Versa, or serious Neo from The Eclipse. And now this? Damn. It was a surprise, let's be honest. But a good one. We get a cute montage of the friends working on the hostel, and Top and Mew being apparently cute, but not really because I don't feel their chemistry, but on paper it's cute. And Ray and Boston are giving them side eyes all the time. Then we're back at the bar again, and Sherm asks Mew what he's waiting for with Top, and she says, "Oh, we live in a world with COVID and climate change, and we could die on the spot, and you should carpe diem, seize the day, and lose your virginity to Top. What are you waiting for?" And she's not wrong about the whole COVID and carpe diem thing, but can you stop pressuring your friend into having sex, please? Just because you have a girlfriend for like 4 years or whatever doesn't mean it's easy for everyone, okay? Maybe he's just a demisexual, which is okay. Stop pressuring your friends into having sex. This is not a competition. You can do it whenever you feel ready for it, okay? And it's not like Mew is desperately trying to have sex and it never works out. He doesn't want to. He's not looking for a relationship. He's not looking for a man. He is looking for a man. He's into men. This is not what I mean. He's not like Boston, who's a hunter. He's just like, oh yeah, if it happens, it happens, but I'm not looking for it, which is great for him. So please let him live his Mary Sue life. Okay, Germ? Thank you. Ray wants to smoke outside because he's annoyed again, and he meets Sand again for the third time. Oh, that's so romantic. And he asks him if he got a lighter for a cigarette, and Sassy Sand is born in this exact moment because he said, oh yes, I have one, it's yours, I robbed you. And Ray gets that he actually really hurt him for saying that he robbed him, so he apologizes, and we can tell that he's honestly sorry. Like, that's one thing about Ray. He's extremely honest about his feelings and whatever. So yeah, he's definitely sorry. And I appreciate that about him. Like, he can say sorry. And he does. And he also says, thank you for saving my life. And yeah, Sand likes it. Like, he accepts his apology. And yeah. So then Ray, this is actually this exact moment that I chose for his character. He puts a cigarette in his mouth and just does this with the cigarette. So he wants Sand to light his cigarette, and it's a bit flirty. And it's definitely sexier than it should be. Because smoking isn't sexy, but yeah, it's cow tongue, so Top and Boston meet in the bathroom, and Top says he actually wants to date Mew and not just deflower him. And he also says to Boston, one time is enough for you and me, or do you want more? Implying that they have history. So this is why they acted so weirdly. Who would have seen this coming? I did, because it was in the trailer. Oh, that car scene. Oh, trauma. More on that in episode 3. Haha, stay tuned. So Top says, I will make Mew my boyfriend. And it sounds like a threat. Mew 1. Please. At one point I wanted Sand, Mew and Nick to just leave and live on an island together. But then Mew had this downward spiral and I didn't like him anymore. And then at the end no one deserved that island anymore. Especially Dan. Except Dan. Not especially Dan. Dan deserved this island. And I can come with him. I volunteer. And Yo, maybe. And Plug. And also April. But the rest? No island time. Only if it's prison. If it's Azkaban? Yeah. Oh, maybe I should rename the jail time and call it Azkaban. I think I will do that for the Potterheads, because this is also a wand. I'm pointing at things with my wand. Yeah. I don't have anything else. Top then does a thing that I would never forgive anyone. Like, if I was dating someone, but not actually dating yet, and they would ask me in front of a whole bar, do you want to be my girlfriend in that case? I would say no, just because that would mean that he or she doesn't know me well enough. Because I would hate that. This is like getting a public marriage proposal. I would say no, just because if you do that to me, you don't know me well enough to marry me, But Top asks Mew in front of the whole bar, do you want to be my boyfriend? And while Sherm is being a happy little Fuyoshi, or just actually happy for her friend, whatever. Sans, of all people, is giving a bombastic side eye to Top. Top? Why does everyone know you? Why does everyone hate you? I don't get it. They either want you or they hate you. That's not good. Like, that means you're an object, but also an object of hate. I'd rather be unknown my whole life than be what you are. Oh well, okay. Some people are just made for the spotlight, but I'm not. So this was episode 1 of OnlyFriends, and it was a pretty good pilot actually. But that's not surprising because the cast and the director, like, we knew it would be good. And it's a good show. It's just not perfect. So yeah. But yeah, episode 1. My throat hurts. I should stop talking. And then I will start diving into the next episodes and see you there.